Hello, everybody. Give me a few seconds to check out my streams, make sure they're working correctly, and we'll get going. Big story here, huge story. Okay, it finally happened. Somebody has stepped forward and talked about biowarfare. This is an ABC News article uh, about the White House doing an investigation in the origins of the coronavirus. And I'll show you right here what it says. ABC News chief medical correspondent Dr. Jennifer Ashton asked the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease about the concerns that stem from the misinformation online that the novel coronavirus could have been engineered or deliberately released. Okay, now, here's what there's always that concern, Dr. Anthony Fauci said. And one of the things that people are doing right now is being very careful, very carefully looking at sequences to see if there's even any possibility, much less likelihood, that that's going on. They're talking about it, folks. Finally. Now, let me show you the article. Here you can see this is from ABC News. White House asks scientists to investigate the origins of coronavirus. They're saying that the coronavirus started, they called it a mystery virus, said it started in December. That's very debatable too. I'll do that in another broadcast though. Let me. The White House on Thursday asked U.S. scientists and medical researchers to investigate the scientific origins of the novel coronavirus as misinformation about the outbreak spreads online. Now, you know how many times the scientists that just died in China for trying to blow the whistle on coronavirus, and he was arrested for rumor mongering, spreading disinformation. Biowarfare is very real. You can find it all on my website. And that's exactly what I've been saying from day one. This is a biowarfare event. That's my view on things. The director of the White House Office of Science and Technology Policy, in a letter to the National Academies of Sciences, Engineers, and Medicine, requested that the scientific experts rapidly look into the origins of the virus in order to address both the current spread and to inform future outbreak preparation and better understand animal, human, and environmental transmission aspects of coronaviruses. The national academics consist of private, nonprofit institutions charged with providing scientific support to the federal government. The director of the OSTP, Kevin whatever, wrote in the letter to the president of the National Academy of Sciences, Marcia McNutt, that a widely disputed paper on the origin subsequently withdrawn had shown the urgency for accurate information about the genesis of the outbreak. He called for a meeting of experts, particularly world-class geneticists, coronavirus experts. The coronavirus only started in December, according to mainstream media and government, so they got to be quick experts, and evolutionary biologists. In response, the presidents of the academies shared in a letter a synopsis of their research so far, calling the request timely given the declaration of a public health emergency and potential for misinformation to confound the response. Well, guess what, folks? Mainstream media is giving misinformation. Government's giving misinformation. Education's giving misinformation. Social media is giving misinformation. It's information warfare. The move comes as governments and social media companies fight the spread of misinformation about the virus, which, since it was first detected in December, mystery virus, although it's on a 1996 can of Lysol, coronavirus is listed on a 1996 bottle of Lysol. Check it out. Just do those keyword searches and you will find that story. Has infected more than 28,000 people, killed more than 560. That's the official word. Almost entirely in China. I've been reporting news for 30 plus years now, and one thing that I've learned is the official story is usually BS. In the United States, 12 confirmed cases have been reported in Wisconsin. I don't want to go through that. That's not what I'm talking about here. U.S. has evacuated Americans. I'm trying to find the important stuff for you. Okay, let's read this again. Make sure we're doing this right. ABC News chief medical correspondent Dr. Jennifer Ashton asked the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Disease about concerns that stem from misinformation online. See, they're tying this to misinformation. They're trying to tie the concern that the virus could have been engineered or deliberately released. Now, this is how mainstream media works. They try to tie misinformation to this being released. They're trying to tell you that this is misinformation. Well, we'll see who's doing the misinformation. Okay, that the novel coronavirus could have been engineered or deliberately released. And this doctor's response, there's always that concern. And one of the things that people are doing right now is very carefully looking at sequences to see if there's even any possibility, much less likelihood, that that's going on. He's talking about biowarfare. Have you ever asked yourself this? If ever there was a time to talk about biowarfare and the history of biowarfare, it would be now. There's a long history of government releasing toxins on civilians, a long, long history. So why is mainstream media silent about it, folks? Why will no one even say the word biowarfare? So people are looking at it, but right now the focus is on what we are going to do about what we have. I'm just going through here some more. There are still many unanswered questions about the virus. Okay, that's the article. And it's on my website. My website is thefutureofnews.info. This story just broke today. White House asked scientists to investigate the origins of coronavirus. Huge story, folks. This is the first inkling I've ever heard of biowarfare being mentioned. And they didn't even use the word biowarfare. Once again, if there was ever a time to talk about biowarfare, it would be now. And mainstream media is completely silent on that subject, will not touch it, will not even say the word. That's the power of mainstream media. Think about it. So that's all I have. But it's most definitely my problem. I mean, my view. Here's what I think, and I hope I'm allowed to have my view said. I don't think it was necessarily done on purpose. It's just that they took advantage of a situation. And there is a possibility it could have been deliberately released. Absolutely. It's been done before. Go to my website. I've got all the stories for you to read. I've got one story that says World War III, when you're under attack and you don't even know you're under attack. And I was talking about the China virus, the wildfires, arson, and mass shootings. But that's the real indicator is mainstream media they won't even say the word biowarfare when there's a long, long history of governments releasing biological and chemical agents on unknowing civilians. Long history. That's the power of mainstream media, how they can make the people think in a certain way. Whoever controls the media controls the people's minds. If they don't say it's terrorism, it's not terrorism. If they don't say it's biowarfare, well then it's not biowarfare. If they don't call it a terrorist event, then it's not a terrorist event. Wildfires, arson, arsonists everywhere. It's not arsonist, mainstream media said, it's climate change. Go do a Google search on wildfire arsonist. See what you get.
Here's a result from the web.
I talked to that and it went off on my phone. Okay, folks, that's all the ranting I got for today. I will talk to you soon.